Hi, I'm Crystal from TradeGecko. Thanks for joining our webinar on mobile devices and search behavior. We're excited to welcome our guest speaker, Xiao from Google APAC, who is going to take us through mobile insights that small business owners should know. If you have questions during the presentation, please submit them through GoToWebinar in the questions section, and we'll answer them during the Q&A session at the end. Xiao, I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks, Crystal. Hi, everyone. My name is Xiao. As Crystal has shared, I'm from Google. I have been with Google for slightly over a year, and my main responsibilities are helping companies like TradeGecko leverage the digital landscape and to expand internationally. And today, our agenda covering is how people use devices on the internet, and what does that mean to you as a small business owner. So to begin with, perhaps I can share with you a little story that just happened this morning. I recently moved in with my girlfriend, and we work in different locations, so we seldom wake up at the same time, and we seldom go to work together. So today was one of the rare occasions that we both woke up on time, and we decided to walk to the train station together. Halfway walking to the train station, my girlfriend actually realized that she left her phone at home. Now, we were already very close to the train station, but seeing that how dependent she is with her phone, she was willing to make a detour and go all the way back home to get her phone. And this is just a simple story, and I believe all of us would do the same thing. It's a simple story to show us how dependent we are with our devices. So today, we are about to explore if you and I are so dependent on our devices, your potential customers could be as well. So three big topics I want to cover today. The first topic is that your customers are already on mobile. Your customers are on the internet. So what is your mobile strategy? That is my first point. The second point is when we come to the fact that everyone is on the internet, what exactly are they doing on the internet? And how can you, as a small business owner, leverage on this? And thirdly, more importantly, in your industry, what are people actually doing? What are people searching online? And how can you position your business there? So Google, exactly 1 year ago, from January to March last year, did a study on 10,000 Google users in the United States. They age ranging from, I believe, 18 to 49. And as long as we define Google users as anyone who is using Android, using Google Search, watching videos on YouTube, downloading apps through the Play Store, or using Google Maps. Basically, most of the internet services that you may be already familiar with. So we recognize that this survey or this study is exclusive to the US, but many trends that we see are happening in APAC as well. Thus, we are sharing this study today. So, Crystal, maybe I can just get you involved here. I would like you to guess how often, how many times do we touch our mobile phones on a daily basis? Can you guess how many times do we touch our mobile phones?
Maybe 30?
Okay, 30 times. Well, the number is, clearly, Crystal is a very disciplined person who stays away from a mobile phone. There's actually an external study that did last year by a market intelligence company called Justco. They said that the average user touches their phone 2,400 times a day. Separately, Apple came out with a study that an average Apple users unlocks their phone 80 times a day. And here at Google, we found out that the average person spends 3 hours a day just on your smartphone, not including your computer, your laptop, or your tablet, or your television. Just on your phone, we spend an average of 3 hours. So this means that your potential customers are also on their mobile phones at least 3 hours a day on average. Now, when we say that we need to have a mobile strategy, it's because that we are living in a mobile first world. So we did a survey out of that 10,000 people in the US. 80% of them uses a smartphone on a daily basis, and only 67% uses a computer. And when it comes to tablet, that number drops to 16%. So clearly, mobile phones is the trend. And how can businesses then have a mobile strategy? Now, increasingly, we are coming into not only just a mobile first world, but a mobile only world. Especially in this part of the world, in Asia, many emerging economies, many consumers and your potential customers are diving straight into a mobile phone instead of going through the traditional path of getting introduced to the internet through a computer first, then a mobile and tablet. Now, what this means to you is that for you as a business owner, do you have already have a mobile strategy? And when I say mobile strategy, it's not just having an app for your business, or it's not just having a e-commerce business, e-commerce site for your business. It is both engaging your potential customers outside your store and engaging your existing customers within your store. So it is about having a mobile strategy inside and outside your store. So an example would be if today, Crystal, if you would like to go on a holiday, how would you go around finding a hotel?
Probably I would search on my laptop, like on a desktop.
Yes.
Yeah, online.
And you'll probably use a travel aggregator, something like a TripAdvisor, Expedia, or Booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are some of the businesses that we are familiar with. Now, in the process of choosing that hotel, what criteria matter to you when you choose that hotel?
Location,
Yes.
price,
Yes, of course.
and I look at reviews a lot. So
Reviews.
other
Perfect.
users, yeah.
So Crystal just mentioned something, controlling how potential customers research about you and having your business online, having it reviewed by your previous customers. But but another point that I would like to share with Crystal and the rest of you is, if you were to search for a hotel right now, you realize that besides choosing by location, filtering by price, you can also filter by free Wi-Fi. So as a business owner of a hotel, it is important to have, yes, reviews online, yes, your listing on booking.com or expedia.com, but understanding that your customer is by firstly a mobile user, and he or she would be expecting Wi-Fi service. So it's not only just having your presence on the internet when they're about to engage with your service, but when they do come into your store or engage in your service, do you still have your mobile strategy? Now I'll move on to the second point that I'd like to cover, which is we established that we spend 3 hours on average on our mobile phones and on the internet. But what exactly are we doing? What exactly is your potential customers doing? So there are mainly two brackets that I'd like to categorize what your potential customer is doing on the internet and increasingly on their mobile phones. Firstly, they are engaging in search. They are searching for some kind of information. Secondly, they are using apps. So in this second point, we would like to drill down a little bit as to how people search on their devices and how do people use their apps. So by learning this, we can then position your business, be it in the search results or be it in an app that you may be creating. Now, these are the top 4 places we use our smartphone on an average day. So understandably, it's your home, in your office, and thirdly, and that's most interesting to our listeners, it's actually your stores and fourth is at F&B, restaurants and bars. So that explains why the story where I told where my girlfriend, she forgot her phone, she was willing to make a detour just to head back to home to get it, because we use our phones not only at home but at our work as well. So how do people search? In the past, maybe 10, 20 years ago, when our understanding of the internet was mainly through our desktop, through our PCs, we mainly search and we find out information, we do our research on a computer. But you realize that more and more people are doing searches on the go. So for example, if you are in a new city traveling, you will probably use your mobile phone to look for directions. In the past, we will probably have to use a software where you would print out the map and walk around, but this is no longer the case. People need information now. And likewise, if you want to present your business idea, your business proposal and value, you need to present to them instantly. So how people search throughout the day, this of course varies from country to country, demographics and various segments, but as a whole, on average, you can see in this chart that most searches peak after lunchtime, and all the way it stays up all the way to, if you look at the blue line, all the way to evening time. That's what we call prime time, and it declines as we go to sleep. So if you are a business that has a regular opening hours, for example, how can you leverage on this? You know that potentially your customers are searching on a regular hours. Then you should therefore find out, create a strategy to reach out to them by having a mobile or a digital advertising strategy. If in the case where you are running a business that is very specific to a particular time, for example, a simple pizza food delivery, then of course this chart no longer applies to you. But later, at the third part of our show, we would actually focus on various industries, and we can show you how different industries vary across. Now that was search, how people are searching. They're searching across multiple devices. They are searching across the day. But besides searching for informations, we are also using our apps every day. So and this study shows that in any given hours when we are using our phone, we are opening close to 5 apps. We are interacting with close to 5 apps. And you can see that there are various categories of apps here. So the most popular one right now would be social media. So for example, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Line. If you look at this at the slide right in the middle, social apps, we spend 75% or 75% of people actually have this kind of apps open, and 50%, close to 50%, 47% of them actually uses this browse their social media at home, and it's at night. So why am I sharing this? Imagine if you are a business owner in the travel industry. Let's look at the second column. You realize that 28% of them uses it at home, and most of the time they are browsing travel apps in the evening time. That means that your potential customers tend to be most active in the evening time. However, if you are looking to have a social media strategy, you would realize that most of your usage or potential customer usage would actually happen late at night. So perhaps you want to send in your message in social media later in the night. So if you are travel, you're looking to get people to purchase something, looking at the travel app and the shopping app, most people make their browsing habits in the evening time, and potentially their researching and purchasing decision happens during that time as well. So that is a potential window period that you have to be in. So after looking at what people are searching, how people are searching, and what they're doing with apps, let's take a closer look into certain industries and what is trending right now in terms of what are people searching on the internet. So with that, I'll go back to this slide. In this report that Crystal will then send out subsequently, we focus on these 9 verticals or sectors. And given that we have limited time, I would like to just focus on the 3 industries on the right: travel, food and beverage, and finance. So let's take a look into travel first. So here we have travel. Now, this is basically what people are searching for across devices. On the left-hand side, you can see what people are searching primarily on their mobile phones. And in the middle, you can see what people are primarily searching on their desktop and tablets. On their mobile phones, you can see that when it comes to travel, it tends to be car services, what's near around you, destination activities, and dining. And when it comes to computers, you can realize that it is something of a more big ticket item, something that requires a longer decision making period. So things like travel insurance, things like camping, things like your next holidays. So what this means for you as a business owner is that when you think of having a digital strategy and thinking of a mobile strategy, what you have to come out is when people are engaging and interacting with your business through a mobile phone, they tend to want information now. They tend to make quicker and smaller decisions. But when people interact with your business from a computer, they tend to interact, well, they tend to spend a longer time. They tend to take their time to do a little bit more research. And the things that they are interested with can be more big ticket items, or at least require a longer period of time to invest or a larger amount of money. And that's why having a lot of my customers ask me, oh, should I just change my website to a mobile friendly website? Yes, that's a good start if you have a mobile friendly website. However, what's stopping you from creating content that is more suitable for a mobile user? So think of all your favorite websites right now, or websites that you use on a daily basis. They would always have different content, and to even to a lot, even to the extent of a different user interface for their mobile site, because they understand that when people are searching for them on their mobile phones, they tend to look for different things compared to what they are searching for when they are on their desktops, be it when they're at home or when they're in their office. So the next industry that I would like to look at is food and beverage. The same trends can be seen here. If someone is searching for on their mobile phones, they tend to search for something that they want immediately or something that is smaller in ticket item. So for example, they want to have a pizza delivered to their place right away, or they want to have fast food, ideally somewhere near them. But if the potential customers, and if you are in the food and beverage industry, and if your customer is searching for your business on a computer, there is a higher chance that they are searching to make a reservation, or they are looking to buy groceries. So you see, these are products with a longer consumer cycle or a longer purchasing cycle. And in this document, which Crystal will share, on the right hand side, you will see that we have also what we call fast growing mobile teams. And these are basically what we see in this particular industry. What are people increasing their search on? What are people getting more interested in? Now, lastly, I would like to look at finance. Fintech, financial technology is a industry that is booming right now, especially here in APAC. And thus, I think we can focus a little bit here. And the same trend happens here. When it comes to people searching on mobile, they are searching for what I like to call instant gratification. Are they looking for an ATM nearby? Are they about to transfer money now? Whereas if someone is looking for finance related searches on their desktop, they tend to be bigger ticket items again. It tends to be looking for accounting services or accounting softwares, or they're looking for grants or financial aids or loans. So think of your business as what are your quick wins? What are the products or services that you want to provide to your potential customers on the go? Focus on these product categories in your mobile side. And then what are the more higher margins or higher ticket items that you are looking to introduce to your customers? Feature them more broadly on your regular PC side. So with that, I think I've shared a little bit about, firstly, that most of your customers, potential customers, are on the go. They are on mobile. And the implication for business owners like yourself is, what is your digital strategy? And more importantly, what is your mobile strategy? The second point we covered is, now that we established that your potential customers are spending more and more time online and more time on the go, what exactly are they doing? They are either searching for information that is related to your products, or they are using apps to find out more information regarding your products. So having a presence on search and having a presence on these apps, be it creating your own app or joining an aggregator, like in the earlier case where Crystal will look for a hotel on Booking or Expedia, joining such an app aggregator would immediately improve your visibility to the online world. And thirdly, we found out a little bit about what are people searching in various industries, the different types of behaviors when they're on different devices across different industries. So with that, I finished my presentation, and I'd like to pass it back to Crystal.
Okay, thank you. We'll do a short Q&A session here. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them in. We had one during the presentation. First of all, like, as a small business owner, where can I start on my mobile strategy?
Thanks, Crystal, for the question. That's a good question that many of my customers ask me and my colleagues on a daily basis. Now, all these may seem daunting. There are a lot of trends going on. There's a lot of numbers. There's a lot of technology required, but it's actually not as difficult as you think. So the two reasons, the two activities we identified just now was that people, when they are searching on the internet, they are either searching for your information or they are searching for information through an app. So the first part, how do you be there when they search? So a very simple way is to work with your marketing team to actually improve your website on an SEO front. Now, of course, that takes time, and some of businesses may not have that time to build up their presence organically. So having a online advertising strategy, be it with Google or any of the other online advertising platforms, would be a quick way to immediately bring your message across. And there are many resources online that can advise you how to create an online digital strategy through search, very simple and on a very small budget to begin with. In terms of apps, if your business is purely online and you are already designing an app, great. For businesses that may not have the resources or time to invest in an app, listing your business on apps such as Facebook or TripAdvisor or Yelp would immediately improve your visibility to the online world. However, a caution is that think of having a digital strategy as any other strategy. You need to devote at least some manpowers and hours to maintain this. Because if you were just to list your business on Facebook, for example, and you have no one responding to the business and updating the information, the engagement will go down really fast, and people would then just switch to your competitors or any potential substitutes.
Okay, great. And one more question. Where can I find more trends about my industry or products?
Thanks for that, Crystal. Certainly, today we only covered 3 industries, and in this report that we will send to you shortly, there's only 9 industries that we looked at. A very, very quick and free solutions is to go to Google Trends. So just search Google Trends on Google and type in any keyword, any potential keywords that you think your potential customers are searching for. So, for example, if you are in the business of providing home delivery in a particular country, in Google Trends you can filter the tool to look at only searches that are happening in your country or even your city. And then when you put in home delivery, you can see if there is indeed an increase in trend. If people are increasing the searches of home delivery, then it means that there is an increase in interest and therefore a potential market for such a service. So going to Google Trends, you can uncover a lot of interest, a lot of trends regarding your industry.
Okay, great. That's it for us today. Thank you for joining us, Xiao, and thanks to everyone for listening. On your way out, please take another minute and fill out our exit survey. And to find out more about TradeGecko and how we help small businesses manage operations, you can start a free trial at tradegecko.com. Thanks.